that one. That is a fabulous goal. French have won it, and the world champions are the European champions. Is absolutely sensational.
Inside the Box, presented by Booking.com. Right, welcome to Inside the Box. I'm Rio Ferdinand, and today we have a special guest, a former teammate of mine, a friend who enjoyed an extraordinary 26-year club career. He earned 53 caps for England, including 4 at the Euros 2004 in Portugal, where England reached the quarterfinals. Join me as we dive into the Euro experience with the legendary David James. How you doing?
Very good, thank you, Rio.
Also was the only English player to ever model for Giorgio Armani as well. Did that get mentioned a lot?
Oh, sorry, I was just back.
Was you back in the mode?
Zoolander. It did at the time. Yeah.
That was unreal, man. Seriously. Even I at the time was going like, James, man. Like,
It was good fun. Yeah, but it got mentioned at the time for all the wrong reasons. And it wasn't that I did anything wrong. It was just, footballers should be doing that. You should be concentrating on football.
they're all doing it now. You've seen with Burberry fashion shows or not, they're all doing it.
Yeah.
Bex.
Yeah.
Was that before Bex?
It was, yeah.
Was it? So you started Bex off?
Well, I don't want to say anything like that, but yeah, maybe.
So let's go to the Euros 2004, the first game against France.
What a game.
You're going out there, you've got the big man there, Zidane. Bex leading guys out.
How funny is that?
What?
You mentioned their players.
Yeah, because we know about our players, don't we? We know about our players. What's it like here, Lee? Your first tournament, standing up there, singing the national anthem. What's that like? What's that feeling like for you?
Oh, it's amazing. I missed out on Euros in 2000. And again, you looking at it thinking, when am I going to get my chance? Is my England career finished? And to get called up for this, to play in front of, England fans, so good. They fill stadiums, it's like they fill stadiums, don't they? And you can see the little French pocket there at the bottom. The rest of it's kind of English fans, and you're representing your country in.
Are you nervous? Are you nervous at all at these points?
I was always nervous in games, before games. Strangely, it was never a problem unless I worried about it, if that makes sense. The idea of going out and not being nervous, I think you're not, in some way, not doing things properly.
Was you doing your visualisation stuff? Because that was a big thing
Yes.
for you, wasn't it? At this stage in your career,
Yeah.
you started doing that. Because I always tell, when people ask me about you, I always say you was the first person I actually saw and spoke to about visualisation.
The funny thing about this tournament as well, I asked a friend of mine working at a TV channel if he could access loads of videos, literally video, VHS then, of penalties. And it wasn't that I needed Zidane's penalty or any particular player. I just wanted to see if there was some kind of rhythm between takers, because I hadn't seen anyone do a study on penalties before. And the guy sent me this video, and I might as well have filmed it from this hotel window of someone kicking around in the park. It was rubbish. So I didn't have any access to good videos. Who was that? Frank?
Who scored there?
Frank, wasn't it?
Yep.
Great header.
Great ball, great header.
That kit, great kit. Everything's lovely about that moment.
How good were the England team here? Like going into it, did you feel you had a real chance of getting far and being successful?
Quite often you're playing against players who you, especially international level, that you're not familiar with. So there's a lot that you have to kind of learn. Talking about the imagery work, thinking about someone like Zidane as opposed to, I don't know, Wayne Rooney, who I train with and play with, type thing. But I just felt that we had what we needed.
Bad penalty or good save?
This is a good save. I don't think goalkeepers make bad saves. Again, slightly ironic, the pitch gets cut up. Zidane, he's off his line. So this free kick, and again, this is like really late in the game. I've tried to watch this back online because I might be cutting the grass at home and all of a sudden this free kick will pop in the head. That's why you.
Or you go inside and get on YouTube straight away and have a look. Where's this
No, I just random things pop up and I'm like, okay, that free kick. So I think Henry runs. He's kind of running towards the goal, but as he's running, he actually goes in the way of Zidane, so I don't see him. And then once the free kick's gone, it's flashed past me because I haven't actually seen the kick.
So you're actually sometimes cutting the grass and think, I've got to go in and look at YouTube because I remember this moment and it's really wrecking your head.
That's the best angle, that last one there. So I can see, the thing is, if I could see the ball, I always fancied myself I was going to save it.
Yeah, because physically you was the best.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I can see, it's weird because you see someone moving across and rather than let them go across you and look round them, you end up kind of going with them. And then it flies in and you're thinking, all right, 1-1, Struth, no clean sheet.
But you don't think you're going to lose the game here, do you?
No,
So this
we're
is
not
like,
gonna, how are we going to lose this game?
that's 1 minute
Like
of extra
a minute
time
left.
And then they get to 3 minutes of extra time. It's a bad back pass. Who played that?
Stevie G.
Oh yeah. Should I say it again?
No, don't show it again.
Oh, Stevie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, J-Mo.
Yeah, there's a lot that could have been different.
What could you do different there? Did you
Well, I could have gone with my hands. Yeah, the thing is, if I'd gone with my hands, he didn't need to touch it, then I would have got penalised. I mean, the thing is, we know what happened, so there's anything else would have been better, short of me 2-footing him. It's a shame that he was pretty quick, wasn't he, Thierry Henry? And then the penalty situation, I kind of half fancied myself.
Good penalty, yeah.
It was a really good dive, actually, just in the wrong direction.
It's mad. It's almost like you've thrown the game away there, isn't it? A silly, needless free kick edge of the box, and then a sloppy back pass and a penalty. Fabian Barthez.
All after we've missed a penalty at 1-0 up.
Yeah. What's Gareth saying to you there?
I think he's blaming
Blaming you.
him for something.
You actually recover, by the way, in the next game, and you against Switzerland.
But this was a really important game.
I was actually, I think I was in Iron Upper at this point. I might have been in Upper, something like that, watching. And I was just thinking, wow, Wayne Rooney, great ever. Was this the best version of Wayne Rooney you ever saw, or not?
I preferred the one maybe a few years later, a little bit more mature. The thing about Wayne, which was, I think, difficult for a lot of people to deal with, was his understanding of how to play football. And I think at this stage, because he was so young, he hadn't learned how to communicate that understanding. But I think because he didn't know how properly to sort of articulate that at times, it came over the wrong way. And also when you watched him play, and this was the thing, he'd take up these positions in games and be thinking, why is he centre forward, taking the ball off defenders in front of the edge of their own box? But he understood that the game wasn't working.
He played with freedom in it.
And well, he was trying to correct it himself. And I think that was the difficulty, especially for managers. So this version of Wazza was amazing because he was new, exciting. Similar to Michael Owen in the '98 World Cup. Here we go. Post goalkeeper in. That is an own goal in any definition.
I was going to speak to you. You've played with Michael Owen in some of his best years as well.
He doesn't even celebrate. He knows. He knows that's an own goal.
Peak Michael Owen versus peak Rooney. Who do you take?
That's a very good question. Depends who they're playing with. Emil Heskey and Michael Owen were formidable double act. Again, for all the stuff said before, I think Wayne he can play in so many different positions. In a way, he could just kind of go on his own. He doesn't need necessarily the partner. But Michael's pace was frightening at the best. His finishing was ridiculous. He had a different kind of confidence. I remember playing against him and I think we either drew the game 1-1 or lost 1-0. He scored. I saved one of his shots and he scored, and he went, "Oh, it's a draw." What are you on about? Because I scored one, you saved one. I said, "No, you won." He's just said he had this completely different view on how football works at the time. But I mean, we're talking about two absolutely fabulous players.
And then Stevie pops up with a third.
Gosh. Yeah, this game was important.
Really important. And you go on to the third game in the group, which is Croatia, which was like a load of goals there, wasn't it?
This game was nuts. Can I tell you a little story about this game?
Yeah, go on.
Right, so that freeze frame there, that's a training top.
Is it?
When they did the kits, so we had the blue one, which we won the previous game against Switzerland, and we had the black one, which had red on the back against France, and they said that both those shirts would clash with Croatia. So the kit man, remember Tom? He's like,
Tom and Martin, wasn't it?
Tom Martin. He said, what do we do? I said, well, what about the training kit? Can you put the England stuff on there? And he said, oh yeah, we can print all that up. So this is literally a one-off goalkeeper's jersey.
So you got all young goalkeepers around England trying to find the England goalkeeper kit that you're wearing there.
Never going to
find it.
No. But this game was nuts.
Yeah, load of goals. I remember this.
It's just come off Ash that. I was fuming as well. I didn't get the second shot.
What are you thinking here? Because you lose this, you're out now.
See, it's funny because in my head it was on the floor, and I should have got up and
gone again,
flung myself. But in reality, it wasn't going to happen. Okay. Maybe I should have seen that on the day. Yeah, because we had to win really to stay in the tournament.
So
We go one down, and again the Switzerland game was really important, but there wasn't a lot that I did in the Switzerland game. So from a goalkeeper's perspective, you've let in 2 goals, and then you keep clean sheet without doing much. You kind of need to do something. This game helped. I was just mad. This was fun mad as well. I mean, I don't like conceding goals, but
listen, I see Scholesy there. You've got 3 of the players that always get talked about and mentioned, didn't they, in the midfield? You get Scholesy, Gerrard and Lampard. Who was your favourite out of the 3?
I didn't appreciate what Scholesy did when I was playing with him. People used to talk about it, and I think I was so busy organising defences. And it's weird because I don't watch the game. You know what it's like. You know, you're in the game, and there's bits that you have to do. Yeah. If you just stood there watching, then you're not doing your job, sort of thing. But it was when people used to talk about playing with Scholesy that I started to appreciate how good he was, rather than me just watching him. I think Stevie, and slightly biased, of course, because of Liverpool. Some of the stuff I see him do was just
outrageous. Explosive, isn't it? More explosive, wasn't he?
Yeah, the shoot. Yeah, there was an elegance about him. I'd say his passing range, I thought, was superb. And again, we're talking about 3 of the best players that ever played for England. Not that there's a massive disparity in performance. I think with Frank, again, another player that I didn't appreciate a lot until later on in my career. The Phil.
Phil Neville.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what? I don't know if it was. Why do I keep dropping stuff? You haven't got any dropping any, have you?
Oh mate, you're funny, man.
We had a training session somewhere, and like at the stadium. So we were at the stadium, and we finished. I'm stood in there, sat in the stand like that, and then Phil runs off with Scholesy. And I'm like, where are you going? And he goes, oh, Scholesy wants to do some finishing. I'm like, do you need a keeper? And they've gone, yeah, if you want. So I've run over there. Phil's you can imagine Phil doing this, can't he? He's in the corner going,
quick
doing these little tricks, and then crossing the ball at the edge of the box, and Scholesy's doing this volley. It was ridiculous. And again, this is the bits you don't see in the games because it hardly ever happen, but he's doing these volleys on the edge of the box. And if he missed by a yard, right? So 5 minutes, 10 minutes, what we're doing, bang, 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 these volleys. And all of a sudden I've got an appreciation of how good a volleyer he is. He then scores the goal against Bradford, I think.
Yeah, from the corner.
It's kind of like, yeah, I've seen that. So I was training with him and he was doing that. But the point I want to get to is that these guys weren't that good by accident. They practiced.
Yeah.
Scholesy practices volleys, and you saw the benefits of that.
Lampard was
Frank was the same. Yeah, and this is the thing. All of a sudden, Stevie I didn't see do the practice. I have to say, Frank with his free kicks and stuff like that. And I kind of got Frank towards the end of it. It was like, this guy doesn't shoot to score. This guy shoots to mess goalies up, and Drogba will finish off, or whoever comes and finishes a second.
Yeah, Frank didn't seem like a. Stevie it seemed to me, would place a lot of shots. You're better placed to say this and to tell me if I'm wrong. Stevie, I thought, was more of a real, I'm going to hit that corner there, I'm going to hit that area there. Scholesy could do that, but then would also just hit it and just power will get it past you at times. But Frank seemed to be more of like, he's going to just move the ball as much as he can and it'll go where it goes a lot of the time.
Yeah, I'm sure he sort of had an idea of what was going to happen. But again, this is the brilliance of 3 different type of players. And I think with Frank, especially with the free kick situations, and he did say he tried to score, but I think the way that he hit free kicks, like you said, there was less control over it, but there wasn't, how can I say, sort of predictable outcome. It was going to be difficult for the goalkeeper. And if you've got other players around you, then they'll score. But all very, very, very good players.
Didn't answer the question, though.
No. Is this Wazza again?
Yeah. This is where he announced himself, wasn't it? It was like a joke. He became the nation's like absolute wonder boy.
Yeah.
As I said, I was in Iron Apple when this happened in this game, and everyone was like, "What is going on here? What is going on with this kid? Like, how have we got a kid like this who can play? This is meant to be what the French or the Brazilians have." Look, it's ridiculous. The composure, man, at this age. What was he, 18 then, wasn't he?
Was he 18?
Yeah.
His understanding of the game, his obviously physical, tactical, technical capabilities were outstanding.
What were you all saying though? Because obviously when you're in the squad and this is happening, we're all talking outside because I wasn't in the squad here, and everyone's going, "Oh my God, what is?" When you're in there, are you all looking at each other going like, "I didn't know, this good. Wow, this is a joke." Yeah. When you train with players like Scholesy, anecdote I mentioned there, once you see people doing stuff a lot, you get used to it. Yeah.
So when it happens in games, it's kind of like, yeah, that's what they do. And I think if anything, the frustration is when they don't do it in games. I mean, volleying from the edge of the box is very specific, but Wazza in training sessions, he could ruin you. I mean,
he could ruin you.
Oh yeah, shooting session. Yeah, I should have gone for that one.
No, you couldn't have come for that.
No, I couldn't. No, that's a good header.
Tudor. Wow.
Yeah, that's a good header. With Wazza shooting, I mean, he was dinking, smashing, every kind of goal that you could score, Wazza would do in a shooting session. So you'd sometimes leave the training field going, I need another day.
Who was the best finisher? You know when you should train with the England team, like who was you go left training and thought, I ain't seen anything like this before. This is the best finisher, most potent.
No, Wazza.
Wazza, was it?
Yeah.
Wow. So like in front of Beck,
In
Stevie,
the-
Stolzy.
Don't score from here.
I would say.
Yes. I was nervous then. Wazza was, he could do everything. Left foot, right footed. With a bit of cheek as well. Michael was good. I mean, the Scholes, as I said, Frank, all these guys are the internationals, aren't they? So they have to be good, but Wazza just had that a little bit extra.
So now we get to the quarterfinals. This is the big one, isn't it? Are you the favourites going into this?
No, because we're playing home station, aren't we?
The first we've got great finish.
Is that an assist?
What a goal that was! Yeah, it's an assist, no?
Is that,
Or was it a
I know
flick
someone
on?
flicked it, yeah, but that's
No, it's not an assist. It's an assist.
Yeah, but
the
technically
assist
it's-
before the assist.
That's where we used to play out the back. And if in doubt, just lump it as hard as you could. down
What
the
a
middle
goal
of
that
the
is!
field.
That's some
Fantastic.
finish, you know.
Yeah.
That's not even prime time Michael either.
He scored a goal where he toe punted it past me, and I really didn't like it because this is where he broke his foot, wasn't it?
This was the end of the tournament. When that happened, I think the whole of England just like, his shoulders slump. You just feel, don't know if it's going to be the same now. I genuinely felt that when that happened. I saw him go off. No disrespect to Darius, he's a good player, but what he was doing, Wayne, you just thought.
I didn't sense that. I don't really sense that. I think the issue was we were winning 1-0, and it wasn't about us scoring more goals. I think it was just about us not conceding.
Reminisce. You saved that.
Yeah, of course.
You got Figo, Rui Costa in this team as well. Oh, what saves now?
Yeah, we again, there's things which, do you know what? That's mad.
Figo.
This is so mad because this is crazy. I must have seen this
Why?
before. No, because we.
You was there. You must
No,
have
no,
seen
but
it.
you know what it's like, right? So, if you're playing league football,
Yeah.
you play the game, you lose whatever. Then you do the video work, you sit down with your goalie coach and go, right, for next time we're going to do this, there's a plan, and how about this, how about that, well done in this and all that stuff, you know, the sort of post-analysis stuff, in order to be better for the next game. When you're in tournaments and you get knocked out, you don't have to watch a video of it, weirdly, because you're not preparing for anything because you're out the tournament and you don't even know if you're going to be in the next cycle for the World Cup. I remember this as David Beckham not closing down and he heading it on his own on the edge of the box. It's really weird. It's like no one else was in the box.
He's in between two
And
defenders.
none of that happened.
Without the videos and the analysis, you see things a lot different to reality, don't you?
And this one, I don't even remember seeing it.
Rui Costa. I remember this.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
don't even
God.
remember seeing the shot.
What a
This
goal
ball
that is.
just flew past me.
This was pre the real Cristiano leading Portugal era, wasn't it? But they had two absolute world class dons in Rui Costa and Figo. He was and Cristiano was playing backup dancer to these guys.
What a goal.
Lamps was just a great finisher, man.
Yeah. But we should never have been in this position. That was the thing. It was kind of like we were leading 1-0. I know, as you said, Wazza coming off in the end became pivotal. But we were leading 1-0 and we were unable to sort of hold on to that lead. Similar to the France game, where we were leading 1-0, unable to hold on to a lead. When we went to penalties, again, I felt confident.
Was you confident, yeah? In you, yourself, or the team?
When it was going to penalties, I wasn't worried. I was thinking, right, fine, I'll do my thing. Penalties, okay, all best, yeah. Then I would kind of find my space, maybe lie on the floor, do something, bit of imagery work, get into the zone, and then go off and do the penalties. And Gary was following me around. Shout, you're the best, you can do this. I'm like,
Go away.
yeah, but I thought, I'm not going to tell him to go away because he's a teammate, and you know. And I looked at one player, which was Darius, and I went, he's doing my head in. And I looked at Darius, and Darius did not, he didn't inspire me with confidence when I looked at him. And then we go to the penalties, and I was recently asked who the Euro villains are historically, and I've said the Portuguese groundsman.
Oh yeah,
because Beck's missed 2 penalties because of the turf.
Yeah, look at it, it comes straight up, doesn't it? The ball moves, look, unlike Beck's as well. 2 penalty misses in one tournament, you forget about that, didn't you?
No, I don't forget about that. No. And the frustration was I hadn't saved the penalty for England, and we're going into the penalty shootout where you're thinking, okay, I'm going to save one for England now. Again, really weird.
Big player, again missing.
Yeah, but so I've asked the lads before I walked down that we knew who the first penalty take was going to be. I'm going to Nevs. Which way did you go? And then one of them said left. I think no, he'll say something. He'll probably go left or something like that. So I'm on the line and I'm going, is it left or right? Making all these signals. So in a way, I think I might have put him off.
Okay.
So that's the same. It's the same as safe. Like Wayne Rooney's second goal. You know,
you'd probably got that actually at the target.
I was all over it. And then
is that why you said Darius didn't look confident?
He may normally look like that may normally look like he did in penalty shootouts, but
the shirt out was never a good sign.
But Ricardo took his gloves off.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah, so he took his gloves off. He conceded the other 3 penalties, taking his gloves off, and
he's got no gloves on. Look.
Yeah.
What's going on there? Look.
some kind of mind games, maybe.
Then he steps up.
And.
Oh, it's a great penalty, you know. How do you let a keeper score against you there?
I know, I should have gone early.
That's an unbelievable penalty, you know. Side netting, look, you're not getting that. The turf come up there as well.
Yeah. I would have saved that if it hadn't bobbled. When I get in the change room afterwards, I get on my phone and my first text message is Robbie Fowler, unlucky Schultz.
No way.
Yeah, because Pete Schultz was in a penalty shootout once and didn't save any either.
That's typical Robbie, man. Yeah. Oh. Well, Jamie, listen, that's a good way to finish, man.
It's lovely, yeah.
But that's your Euros, and listen, thank you for your time. And
thanks.
Before we go,
thank you, because just watching those clips has cleared my mind.
You'll be able to cut the grass
my grass
now,
cutting is going to be so much more peaceful. Thank you.
So just before we go, actually, who do you think is going to get their hands on this trophy? You said Austria.
No. I didn't.
An outsider.
An outsider, Austria. I always want England to win. I always start from the default position. England are going to win until they don't. I'm a fan, and I just believe we're doing the right thing. Italy.
What?
Okay.
Jamie, you've come with some.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem is
left field stuff, man.
I want England to win. The toughest team at the moment are going to be Italy, and I just said Austria. I think it's going to be a complete outsider. I just think it's going to be a fantastic Euros, though.
Well, fingers crossed. Jamie, always a pleasure, mate. Great to see you.
Thank you.
All right.